Okie dokie, so after that terrible start to the season, where, of course, we lost 4-1 to Stoke, where, I'm not even gonna go back and look at that highlight of the equaliser because of how bad it was. But the point is, we lost 4-1 against Stoke, and it definitely wasn't a good start for what I want to be an important season for us, because, of course, we are in Europe now. We beat Wolves, newly promoted, 2-0 away from home, Demirbay and Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura getting his first goal for the club, or first professional goal, of course. We then beat Derby County 2-0 at home. George Thorne with an own goal, basically, in the first minute of the game. And then Yang put things to bed after the 28th minute, and then after that, really, Derby was trying to prevent damage limitation. We had chances, but nothing really came. But it was good because it meant that players like Gillas and McLean could get a bit of a run around as well. We then went away against West Ham. Now, West Ham are always one of my bogey teams, and I always find that playing them at home is really, really tough. In terms of the performance, I think we just about edged it, really, if we look at the match stats. We had a clear-cut chance, they had a clear-cut chance, but neither of the two sides were really phenomenal, to say the least. But Gary Monk, I think if we go back last season and take a look at his record against me, it was pretty good. So 0-0 isn't actually too bad of a result, even though if we are to really push towards becoming like a top team in England, there's my phone going off, better stick it on silent, we do have to start, winning these difficult games. And it's not I can't really take 4-1 losses against Stoke at home and 0-0 draws away at West Ham as, I can't take them on the cheek. But anyways, so, as promised, we've now got Manchester United. And I hate playing the big teams early on in the season because your tactical familiarity ain't kicked in properly yet. But before we focus on United, where a win would honestly be really, really awesome, get revenge from what happened last season. Arsenal top of the league, yet to lose a game. Watford top of the second in the league. Then Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea, United, Stoke, surprise, surprise, and then us. So really, it's still early days. We got 7 points. The guys from 3rd to 5th have got 9 points. So still early days, and a win or at least a point at home against Man United will be a very good result. And even though we beat Man United this time last season in the league, the reason why I say it would be, wow, they beat Liverpool 5-1. Wow, when you consider Liverpool are actually defending champions, that's an amazing result. But yeah, the reason why I think a draw would be a good result is because United splashed the cash. And I mean splashed the cash in the summer. They signed Hazard from Chelsea, and I don't understand how or why Man United keep doing this in the game, but they are that hard to stop. 29 million quid. The same amount of money that Chelsea paid for Hazard from Lille is what Man United paid for him from Chelsea. Surprised that Chelsea even agreed to sell him. And then they signed Shaqiri from Stoke. Funnily enough, we had a bid for Shaqiri accepted from Stoke, but he wouldn't enter contract negotiations with us, which is a shame, really, because he's a quality player. To be fair, if I had to choose him or Lucas Moura, I'd probably choose Shaqiri. He's on less money than Lucas Moura as well. But let's not focus on that, and let's just focus on trying to beat Man United. In terms of the Europa League, as you can see, we've been drawn into quite a difficult group, and I think we do very, very well just to finish second in the group. We've drawn with Young Boys, which shouldn't be too bad, a Swiss team, of course. And we've also got AC Milan, because if you remember from a few episodes ago when we looked at what happened in Serie A, both Inter Milan and AC Milan missed out on Champions League spots, which means we have to deal with them now early on in the group stages. And we've got CSK Moscow, who I believe could very well be, are they defending champions? Well, they are in real life. But yeah, one of the best teams in Russia, so not going to be easy whatsoever. Clarence Seedorf is their manager. Is he their manager in real life? That's an interesting one. No, he's not their manager in real life. He's apparently managing in China in real life. But I like Clarence Seedorf, so he's the manager we're going to be up against. But on another note, let's play Man United at home. Let's see if we can at least get a point. I know I said we'd go straight to the Man United game. I didn't actually realise that we still had the entire transfer deadline day. So we're just going to take a quick look at what happened on the last day of transfer season. So as we can see, David Alaba joined Man City for 83 million quid. Wow, that's a lot of money. Andre Horta was a player who we kind of tried to sign, but again, wasn't really interested in entering contract negotiations with us. He's left Benfica to join Liverpool for 35.5 million, and of course, Zaza left Real Madrid to join Manchester City as well for 34 million pounds. Major failed transfers, as we can see. Marco Rog, Blackburn to Liverpool. Liverpool wanted him. Marco then had a word with me, kind of said, why didn't you let me speak to Liverpool? And I told him, look, if you want Champions League football, stay at the club and we'll achieve it together. Sam Byram also had a few offers coming in from Hoffenheim, for example, but it wasn't really the money up front, and I kind of thought to myself, I'd rather keep him at the club, to be honest, as a squad player. Biggest spenders, Man City, £140 million. Not really surprised by that. Wow, okay, Watford signed Jack Wilshere. That's quite a good signing for them, actually. I probably would have gone in if I knew he was available. I do wish, there was an easier way on FM to see, I think, when teams that are kind of your standard in the league have submitted bids for other players, just like a page or somewhere like that where you can monitor transfer movement, because it would also be another great way of finding good players or players that are for sale, for example. I know we've got like the whole news page, but you don't really see a full picture there. But yeah, that's going to be it transfer wise. I'm not sure if we can see what the big clubs in the world have really done. So what we'll just do is just sort things by fee. So Václav Cerny left West Ham. He's now joined Borussia Dortmund for £24 million. Any other big signings worth mentioning? Not really. If we go back and see what happened last month, we can see that Florentino Luis joined Chelsea for £30 million, potentially could rise to £53 million. George left Chelsea and has joined Arsenal. Luciano Vietto has gone to Liverpool. Shaqiri we know about. Draxler, another player we went in for, £23.5 million. Yeah, I think we had a £25 million bid accepted for him. Didn't want to enter contract negotiations. He's now a part of Chelsea. As you can see, yeah, a lot of signings really went on, and I think what you can really make out of all this is that teams around us, like your Chelseas, your Liverpools, your Man United, have spent a lot of money this summer. So it is going to be, even though we have as well, they've spent more money than we have. So it's going to be incredibly tough for us to compete this season, even more so than last season. But you never know, we just need to focus for the moment at trying to beat Man United. So hopefully, the next time you see me, we'll actually be playing against Mourinho's Man United. Alright, the game kicks off at Ewood Park, and let's see whether or not we can get revenge against Man United for what they did to us last season. Not just in the FA Cup final, but I think they beat us 5-0 in the league, in the second half of the league, I think it was. It's going to be really, really difficult. They've got a superb team. They signed Shaqiri and Hazard in the summer, so not going to be easy whatsoever, but we've got to see whether or not we can pull it off. Always going to be tough against not just a Mourinho side, but when you consider how much money Man United get to spend in this game, it's just, yeah, it's always going to be tough to beat them. We're going to start off on a counter mentality and change it as the game goes on. There's a shot. How on earth did De Gea save that? That looked like he was playing ping pong. Good hand. Oh, God, what a poor ball there from Dumic. Well done, Niang. Tracking back, won the ball, and now we've got to make sure not to lose it. Dumic to Tiote to Alenya, and it looks like we might be the team mounting the attack. Augustinsson actually got his first Sweden goal in the recent, unlucky in the recent international break, but that was a really good move, like the commentator says, 3 minutes in, and we've not looked too bad. Demo Bay is going to play that free kick short to Lucas Moura, who shoots. And, well, it's just off target, but so far so good. 4 minutes in, we've had most of the possession. Man United haven't really challenged our goal just yet. And a win really would be great for us. Seems like the players, I've not really told them to do anything too specific, free kick-wise, but it seems like I want to take those kind of long-distance corners, free kicks, relatively short. Augustinsson whips that ball in, but De Gea catches it. And this is just going to be one of them highlights when nothing happens. I'll take that as a yes. 12 minutes in. Man United now. They decide to play their free kick short as well. Knowing our luck, Hazard's going to somehow manage to get an assist here. But they've got a corner now. Been a bit of a boring game so far. Are we even on key highlights? No, we're on comprehensive. That probably explains why. Because I was like looking at some of them highlights and I was just like, are these really key highlights? Kind of expecting a goal or a clear-cut chance or something like that. 20 minutes in, let's demand more. But Man United, by the looks of the stats, haven't really done much. And the second I say that, they're probably going to score. Mata picks the ball up. If we can stop Luke Shaw from getting this ball into the box, we can. And it's going to be none other than Rajkovic. Now, obviously, he had a bit of a shocker against Stoke. He had a bit of a shocker against Man United in the FA Cup last season. But again, he's young. I'd like to think that, given time, he's going to learn. And the only way you can learn, really, is by getting game time, particularly up against a team like Man United. Unlucky there for Kerem Demirbay, but Lucas Moura actually threads the ball through. Demirbay needs to shoot. Niang shoots. Piaka now has the ball. He shoots as well. And how we haven't managed to score there is unbelievable. It looked like it was going to be a Blackburn Rovers goal, and it would be awesome if we could get the first goal in this game. And that's the problem with Man United. You just know on the counter-attack, Mourinho's side, they'll just, even when they don't play well, guys, they'll somehow manage to snatch a goal. And when you mix that with the amount of quality they've got in this team, I'm kind of sick of playing them, to be honest, season in, season out. I almost want to like go and get another job or something like that so I don't have to face Man United. Defensively, we've not really been too bad. Bar the 4-1 loss against Stoke at home on the opening game of the season, we've not conceded any goals. So yeah, we went away to West Ham. Yeah, it was 0-0, but really, we still kept a clean sheet, you know what I mean? So that's positive at least. Like I said, I moaned a lot last season that we were kind of conceding too many goals, but we actually conceded the 5th least goals in the league. So really, our defence wasn't too bad. Tactically, we're a bit different now, but defensively, we're more or less the same. Alenya now picks the ball up, and we've got to score from this. Moura plays in Yang, who shoots, and he's blazed it over the bar. There's the clear-cut chance that goes begging, and I'm starting to wonder whether or not, come the 60th minute, it may very well be Fabio's time to shine. But can Callas keep up with this and not cock up? No, the answer's no, of course. Oh, Man United are going to score from this now. Good save, really good save there from Rajkovic. But, you know, that's just baffling when I see stuff like that happen in the match engine. It really, really is. And it's kind of what cost us that goal against Stoke as well, when Callas and Rajkovic tripped over each other. I think it's about time we bring on Nano. Niang hasn't, for me, been good enough down the middle. His pace has certainly made a difference, but yeah, not good enough. Augustinsen's on 69%, but I'm actually going to keep him on because he's having quite a good game. Once he hits a 65 mark, that's when I'll bring on Fabio at left back. And in terms of midfield, I'm actually going to bring on Marco Rog in place of Carlos Alenya. But here we go. So, playing out the back like we like to do. Alenya picks up the ball, finds Piaka, who hasn't done too badly considering he's, of course, a new signing. Takes it past Pogba, that looked like there. Knowing my luck, Nyang's going to score the second I sub him off. Lucas Moura looks for Kerem Demirbay. Oh! Who shoots and blasts it in the back of the net. Wow, what a goal there from Kerem Demirbay. Second of the season. Looks like it's going to be an assist from Lucas Moura. Cheeky back pass there. And look at the curl on that. What a beauty. Fabio is going to come on. And we now have to think, what exactly can we do to try and solidify things up. I'm actually going to wait until like the 80th minute before I start making too many radical changes. And the team talk should keep our players' heads in the game until then. And here we go, 80th minute. This is when we switch really to defensive. Lucas Moura and Piaka. Let's see, can we? No, well, okay. We'll keep them both out wide like that. Both as wide playmakers. We'll just make Nano our deep playing forward. In terms of this, just really mark tighter and tackle harder. And basically just change our fullbacks to focus mainly on trying to defend, and our goalkeeper to really just focus on doing his job. Tiote will also become just an all out and out, defensive midfielder. We're going to look to retain possession, play with a slower tempo, look to waste time, play even narrower, and not roam from positions, and really I'd say that's pretty much it. So we should be able to now hold on to the score. 91st minute, ball goes in. Callas misses it at the back post, but look at the sheer number of players that Man United have pushed forward. What a win this could potentially be. We've just got to stay awake. Where on earth is our right back? Where is our right back? Callas, though, passes the ball back to Rajkovic, who hoofs it forward. Kerem Demirbay, the goal scorer, of course, will sweep up in midfield. And with 8 seconds on the clock, surely we're not going to cock this up somehow. Lucas Moura out on the left. Really good, solid performance from him. And, well, offensively, we look shaky. In a way, I feel like maybe if Nano was the one on the end of some of Niang's chances, we probably would have gone 1-0 up a little bit earlier. But I think, let's tell the lads that they played really well, because they did. When you consider how much money United has spent, 3 shots on target for them, 11 for us, so really positive that. Clear-cut chances-wise, pretty even, but I think when you analyse the stats, we definitely deserve to win. What a goal from Kerem Demirbay. It's really good to see him starting to really shine, because I didn't feel like last season we really saw him at his best. Stoke are top of the league, so really, given how well Stoke are actually playing, it kind of makes that 4-1 loss to them seem not all that bad anymore. Kerem Demirbay got man of the match with an 8.8 rating. Really happy with his performance, actually. And yeah, so far, so good. But CSKA Moscow are up next in Europe. This season's going to be tough on the legs because, you know, games will be coming thick and fast. We only have 3 days between being away in Russia and away at Newcastle. Really going to be difficult. We're going to have to make sure we're constantly rotating players. Quite happy by the fact that we've also kept 4 clean sheets in a row. I think that's awesome. And we'll see what happens. In terms of the next episode, big chance it will be the Arsenal game. And, you know, this could have been a good opportunity to maybe make it a double episode, but I think the episodes recently have been a little bit too long. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Wish us luck in Russia. You'll see the outcome in the next episode. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I know some people are going to be wondering tactically what's going on, and I've said this a few times, but until I really feel like it's perfected, I'm not going to go into too much detail. But the more tactile-esque people of you out there, based on what you've seen so far, the goals you've seen, and some of the instructions you may have caught glimpses of, you'll probably have a rough idea of what we're aiming to do and how we're looking to play. Strikerless, not a big fan of it, but so far, not too bad. But until next time, thanks for watching.